Our solar panels aren't getting enough sun, and we need to do something about it. So if you guys remember, we have a 2.1 kilowatt array, and we moved it over to its new spot, and we need to cut down some trees. So we're getting shaded about half the day, which is not sustainable, obviously, so we need to do something about it, which means we're breaking out the chainsaws. So we have the array temporarily set up at the cabin, and we're making small adjustments to it, just trying to make some tweaks to optimize as much as our power usage as we can, or power input as we can. And it's just where the location is that we don't have a ton of open land. We don't have a lot of sun, and with winter sun coming as well, it keeps going, more days getting shorter, and the sun is south on the horizon. So we really need to do something about it, or else we're going to be running the generator a lot, and off-grid sustainability is going to be powered by fossil fuels, baby.
All right, guys, so we're making some good progress. I'm taking the trees down. Rachel is collecting the brush, putting it in a little pile, and then once the pile's big enough, we'll come in with the forks and we just pick it up and throw it in our pile for later. It would be awesome if we had a grapple, but for right now, it's working out great. We'd probably take 20 trips off of each tractor run, so it's super, super efficient.
So October is being good to us and blessing us with a few more good days, and we're going to be cutting down about 50 trees that we've marked and isolated, and we're hoping it's going to make a good difference. I always like to say it's fun taking down the trees and cutting them down, and then the real fun begins when you got to do something with it, where you got to brush it, limb it, cut it, bop it, twist it, everything else. So here we go. That thing was huge.
I don't know, at least 16 inches here.
How many ranks does it have?
100,000.
That's wild. Thing's massive.
Old growth for sure. You know, it's fun. You can see like forest fire years.
Oh yeah.
So that's like maybe 20 years right here in between fires.
Wow.
Stats for nerds. Like Rachel said, we've got a 2.1 kilowatt array. That's 6 panels at 350 watts. They worked great when we were camping and we had them out in the field where the camper's set up. Big open field. Out here, not so much. For the first 4 or 5 days we had them set up, we were pretty much seeing through a mid-October sun, maybe 1.5 kilowatt hours a day. As it stands now, we've been taking some notes and we're pulling in, oh, let's see here. Our best day so far was 7.1 kilowatt hours. Now that's middle of October in northern Idaho with a 2 kilowatt array. That's pretty all right. Now there's definitely some losses here. These aren't the best panels, but 7.1, and we used 2.3. So we made up almost 5 kilowatt hours. Something to note is in North Idaho this time of year, you see a lot of cloudy and a lot of rainy days. It's typically overcast. You don't see too many sunny days like this, but that means it's just that much more important that when we have a sunny day, we take advantage of it, right? We've got several days of autonomy with our battery system, and it works great, but you got to be able to charge it up. So the work that we've done here with the trees is already paying dividends, and it's turning out great. We'll make sure to keep you guys updated throughout the winter, and we'll keep a close eye on how the array is doing. We've only had to run the generator one time, and that was before we did any tree work. Actually, that's probably what triggered us to do the tree work, because I can't stand the sound of that thing.
So we're at a place where we're gonna be chipping away at this for like the next week or so, if the weather permits. But right now we still have a little bit of daylight left and we have some fun house projects to do. This is still our tiny house and then it's gonna be our tiny home. You guys remember this? This is our sink cutout from when we did our butcher blocks countertop install. So we're gonna make it into a cutting board. We got 3 steps. We're going to square off the edges. We're going to make a 15-inch by 15-inch square, cut that out. And then we're gonna finish it off, stain it, and she's gonna be ready to go. Oh yeah, and we're gonna make a little spice rack out of it, which would be so cute to go over the stove. So we're setting up our poor man's track saw, and
Hey, that's my track saw.
I mean, so we're gonna set it up and lock it in, and then mark it and cut it, and that's all. We cut this out with a jigsaw so we know the line isn't straight, but we're just checking generally for square. Again, it's a cutting board, not the Taj Mahal, so. Safety squints. No, I can't get them engaged. Engaged. We're gonna rinse and repeat that 3 more times. So now it's nice, and it's fun to like know, I guess, it's fun to experience how everything has evolved, right? Projects used to be rafters and now it's cutting boards, and it's like, this is what we dreamed about when we were doing rafters. You know, Newton would think so. It's Fig Newton, the famous scientist.
What would you think?
If one side's square, the other side has to be square, right? Fig Newton, famous scientist.
I'm gonna say you missed your line there, bud.
I told you pushed it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You literally bonked
Yeah, now
me.
you're blocking the shadow so the people can't see.
You literally pushed me with your poor man's track saw.
Rachel's not allowed to use this tool, everybody.
I haven't unlocked it yet.
Not yet. 1/8 inch round over bit. We're gonna hit, honestly, we're gonna hit all 3 of these things and we'll find a use for them. Shelf, cutting board, who knows. So we actually sanded this whole thing down when we used it for the countertop. So honestly, I'm just knocking off the little friskies on the round over from the router. So
something cool is we got real butcher blocks, so you can see it's like actual like 2x2s, like real wood in there. So it's kind of cool, and it's unstained, stained, unstained, stained. So we're just gonna hit it with one coat. just to seal everything in, and then we're good to go. So we're using the same stuff that we used on the countertop. It's just the Watco Butcher Block oil.
That's good. Wipe on, wipe off.
Definitely is a Croc day today. You know what they say, right? About men who wear Crocs?
No, what?
They have hot wives that build houses with them.
I didn't think we'd be doing some metal work today, did ya? We bought these shelf brackets. They're a little too long for the spice rack. So we're gonna knock these down to 4 inches. They'll work great for our kitchen shelves, but for the little spice rack, we're gonna cut it down. 4.5 inch angle grinder, and then we will hit it with a flapper. Man, I'll tell you what, actually, hold the phone. This is some thick stuff for being $9.77 for a 40 pack. I'm dead serious. I cut rebar faster than that. All right, gang, since we're on the topic of shelving, real quick, we're just gonna knock out our kitchen shelves here. Rachie set me up for a 20-inch height. 18 inches to the bottom of an upper cabinet. We kind of mocked that up. We don't quite love it, so we're gonna go a little extra. It still gives us room if we wanted to put a second shelf too. So, long story short, we did some math, we found our studs, and we're just gonna knock this out. It'll take 2 minutes, unless I drill through a pipe.
Or a wire.
No. We are not going to drill through a wire because these are 6.5 inch walls.
I'm sorry, 5.5 inch walls plus a half inch. So we got 6 inches between the drywall and the other side, and in the middle is the wire, and then these are 2.5 inch screws.
And we're not drilling through a wire.
Or you miss a stud.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Ew, goodness me, man. All right. All right, let's keep this nice and simple here. I don't have the mental capacity for the impact driver right now, so.
Yay.
And then, real quick, gang, these are studs. These are going to be decorative drywall screws right here. So they don't need to hold anything, to be completely honest with you. 2 screws for the studs will hold our coffee mugs. There's a couple little oopsies. Okay. And, you know, we just went with 1x12s here. Little wood accent. We think it looks good. The nice part is that if it gets messed up, we can sand it down, stain it again, and if we hate it so bad, we could just paint it, and it's gonna look great, and we're happy. So we're gonna just repeat this for the next one. We'll leave that out, but it's a shelf, guys. We're getting close. We've got our laser, we've got our center line on the stove, and we've got 10 3/4 inches either side picked out for the width of our shelf. And we picked out our stud here. We're gonna go 2 screws in the stud, or it'll be these 2. We're gonna go 2 screws in the stud and 2 decorative drywall screws. All right, so we did 2 in the stud on that one, which is awesome. There's no stud for this next one, so we're actually going to use some drywall screws or drywall anchors. So we are 3.5 away, which puts us to 7 to the end of the bracket. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and mark a couple spots here. And then, gang, I hope the internet can forgive me. I only have 2 drywall anchors right now. Go figure, we don't have drywall. We didn't have drywall like a month and a half ago, and I don't have any drywall anchors. Oh, hey guys, we got a new stove. I don't think that was ever announced.
No, we got appliances.
It took them 3 weeks to get here, man.
It wasn't that long.
It was that long. It might have well have been. What's
Someone's
that pink
watching.
stuff in the wall there?
Cotton candy.
Drywall anchors suck, man. It's like, yeah, they work great, but it's just annoying. Don't you just wish there was the whole wall made of wood, just one slab of wood? That would be better. No drywall anchors in sight, ever. All right, last but not least, everybody, just a couple screws underneath. And then we can put some spices up here. We do have to get those fancy, you know those fancy, here's a good one for Christmas, you ready? Those fancy spice jars that match and they all look really nice, because I don't think they're gonna like my Morton salt up top. Boom, not even Morton salt, baby. Store brand.
Not aesthetically pleasing, but we're happy.
Update regarding the crawl space. So since we've done the skirting, fantastic results as far as temperature goes. We were previously seeing pretty much identical temperatures down there. And now we're not seeing much below 45, 46 degrees. However, a handful of folks mentioned in the comments that we should pretty much expect to see elevated humidity levels, and you guys are right. We don't want this to turn into a damp, stinky crawl space. So we're going to be probably tackling this as probably ASAP. It's probably our next job. We're looking for a vapor barrier, and then we'll probably cut a few vents in here, and we'll put them on a humidity sensor or something along those lines, or just let them naturally just stay open and natural vent, and then when it gets really, really cold outside, we'll close them up for shop for the winter. But as far as right now, we've got our little temperature sensors down there, and we're looking at 45 plus degrees, even on the coldest nights, below freezing, and 90% humidity. So that's the problem. That's the next one. We're off to save ourselves from having a moldy crawl space. So that's our next job. Also, one last thing, real quick. Our Harbor Freight pump is working great. Again, we've got the Drummond 5-gallon pressure tank water pump. The only thing we did notice was it was just kicking on way too much for my liking. So we wound up buying a 20-gallon pressure tank. So we've got 25 gallons worth of a pressure tank as a unit. And we did buy a soft starter for the pump, just a little 110-volt inline soft starter. So it doesn't surge as much and it doesn't dim the lights because the LEDs don't like it. And it was driving me nuts.
Who's so handsome and well-behaved? Is it you? Okay guys, that about wraps it up for this week. We definitely have some more projects to do. Like John mentioned, we have the crawl space. We want to get that buttoned up fast. And we also need to do our steps for our... we need to do the steps for our deck. More things to come. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us on our projects, big, small, and otherwise. And as always, thanks for watching.